Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. So we pre-ran Papa Smurf a couple days ago, and instead of just making another trail video of Papa Smurf, I'm going to do something a little different. So I'm going to take you guys along for a day in the life right now, and take you along what it takes for me to get ready, all that kind of stuff like that, and the process, and kind of just what it's like to go out there and lead the trails for the day, and what it's like over here at Winter Jam. So if you've ever wondered about attending an event and you haven't, or if you've ever wondered about this event, or if you just want to see something a little bit different, stay along. It's official. One of the first things I do, I forgot my my slips, so I bought some Walmart. Can't even see my feet because they're hidden, but I slip into my trail shoes. I go with the, what are these, Altas or whatever? Got little troll feet under there. You gotta get your trail shoes on, because a slick ruck out here does grip, but when it has sand on it, you're going down. We're right out front of the hotel now. It's 6:30. I might be going a little bit slow. They want the trail leaders over at the building to get the packet of participants at 6:45. I'm mid-gunning, but I still try to get there around that time. But the Jeeps finally arrived out here. More people kind of show up a little bit later than the first day. It's kind of cold. I loaded up the winter gear, and then I loaded up my camera equipment, and we're gonna go ahead and make our first stops, which is top off the gas tank, grab some McDonald's.
Good morning, welcome back. My name is Mark. Will you be using your mobile app today?
Not today, Mark. I am gassed up and over here parked, waiting for everybody to line up and get going. It's getting close to trail time. So we usually have a driver's meeting at, what time? 7:45 to make sure everybody has signed their waivers and gotten all the stickers and stuff like that. But pretty nice crowd here. I'm gonna go wander down to lane 7 because some of the lane listings got a little messed up. And so on the paper, it's listed one place versus on the cones that are in the back. So these lanes that are here that you get lined up with, at the very back of them is a trail name on the cone, and oftentimes people get confused as to is the number and the name of the one that's just past the cone or before it. So that's where it gets confusing. So I got to count lanes, go to 7, make sure nobody's in the wrong one, and then let's go get over to a driver's meeting. I haven't counted how many we have, but we have a really nice group here, a lot of different types of rigs. We got a CJ5. That one's going to be a little bit more interesting because it's high up with big tires and a short wheelbase, but we're going to have some fun. So let's go catch that meeting. Winter Jamboree is just a little bit different than like a Trail Hero. So Trail Hero, you'll normally be on this beach right here by the tunnel, or in a different designated area, but you're at where you air down. Winter Jamboree, you meet all the way over at the fairgrounds, and then you go to a designated spot, which today, ours is the beach. Yesterday, when we did Milt's Mile, we were over at the water towers, or water tanks, should I say. They're not towers. So just getting there down. We'll be running up East Rim to go and get it done. They have a few different trails that line up over here, airing down and going. So time to go and get up there and get started. Well, we just went through the tunnel and started coming around on East Rim. We lost our tail gunner because his check engine light and limp mode kept going on from an oil pump. So I've kind of situated myself. That's one of the audibles that happens, is sometimes I've had to lead with just me because Nick flipped last year, and then our tail gunner unfortunately fell and hurt her knee. So the adaptability is definitely a big one, and trying to make sure everybody has a good time. And then you also just gotta have patience out here because we're behind, it looks like at least 2 different trails that are taking East Rim out to it. So it was at a stop for a minute, but we're good and rolling along. But just got to come out here and enjoy the ride. That's part of it. Just trying to make sure that we have enough spotters. So we have 12 right now on the trail. So what I figured doing is I put 8 in front of me, 4 behind me, so that way I can help forward and make sure I get the 4 behind me through, and then that way everybody has a great time out here on trail. Normally I try to go through this at least 10 miles an hour to kind of minimize the amount of these little ripples. But when you got to go through at a crawl's pace, whoa, you're gonna get seasick. Whoa, buddy. giving out free shirts. Accurate Motorsports out of Logan, Utah. So that's pretty sweet to have them out here. It's always good to support those individuals because they're dumping their time, their money, and doing good stuff for all of us and our vehicles and such, to go ahead and have us involved. So I'm gonna show them a little bit of love on this one and get going. It's going pretty smooth right now. It's kind of unique to see Nick be able to pull that far ahead. I'll show you the obstacle. It's the first one that you get on when you're on this, and everybody's driving it fine on their own. Nick didn't have to get out and spot. I don't believe I will either. So it really helps to keep the trail moving if everybody's feeling good and driving it on their own. No big deal. If you need a spot when you come out here, that's what we're out here for. But it does allow the trail to move along if when you're on an 8 you can drive what might be considered more of a mild obstacle on a trail like this. So let's go have a quick look at it. This is one you just kind of, if you have the belly clearance, you just stay driver on and push up against the rock. I'll go ahead and film just out my window real quick. You've seen this on my other ones, and you'll see it in the video that I put out before this one too. If you stay a bit driver, it'll pull you right on up. Now each one of these vehicles out here has got a different wheelbase, a different axle width on there, different situations. So this is a CJ5 that doesn't have quite the same length. Oh, keep your hand in there. So I might hop out and take a look at it with them. So this one, people don't like to get their body, they're worried about their body getting into that. Really drive the front end into that. I pulled in too sharp. You'll be fine. It'll give you sidewall pressure and you'll bite right on out. For that one. That's what I get trying to film and drive at the same time. Just past these two obstacles is where I broke. Everybody should be able to keep it moving here. We'll see how they feel, but just keeping an eye on everybody. It's a wedge in here that you're dealing with, and then right up where that orange Jeep's at, it's a hard turn driver into it to get yourself up. So when I'm working an event like this, if you got pretty built Jeeps, I kind of leave them alone unless they ask for help, or I'll check with them. Because a lot of these drivers, they're just good to go, and it just depends on your group. But sometimes you really need to help a ton. In this case, he's going to drive right up it. Passenger, passenger, passenger. Good job. So this is the difference of having that CJ5. Just trying to go ahead with the axle width and spread that gap. He popped up pretty good, not a big deal. He's got his friends with him spotting him, so I'm going to move around without helping him. It's another fun thing is just try to figure out when you're out here guiding, or if you bring a group of friends, if you guys want to do your thing, that's totally fine. I only jump in if it's about to be really bad. If he has any more trouble, I'm going to hop out and help, take a look at it. But all right, I'm going to hop out and help.
Forward. Let's start going passenger just a little more passenger. Right there. Now straighten it out.
Perfect.
You're just narrow enough. Now why didn't that feel hard that time?
It just takes feeling out these obstacles sometimes, and you got to give yourself time to go ahead and do that. I spot, but each vehicle's different. So like, people will slide where I don't slide, or some other Jeep. So each one's different, even if they're a JKU. So it's a unique thing. Have a little patience with us and patience with yourself when you come out. So here's a situation where each person knows their own rig and their friends, and he just recommended to go high on the passenger side, and I usually go tight driver. It makes you worry about hitting your body panel, but it pushes you against the wall when you're up against it. But passenger side might work great. Let's have a look and see how it goes for him. called that a high red line, but what he told them worked well with his mind, and so that's why I leave alone a lot of people that are coming up with their own way of communicating with their people. Right here, my butt sliding against it, so I can embrace it. Climb up. But the hard part is when you get a Jeep that whose tires are level with their flares, or say for example like an XJ, where the outside edge of their tire, or even a Bronco, the outside edge of that tire is against, like it's the same width as the tub. You don't have that extra buffer room of that tire holding you away from the rock wall. So that's something that I watch for when I'm spotting and when I'm driving. That can make it a little bit more challenging when we're out here spotting different types of vehicles. We had somebody in the crowd advising to go left there, which works, but I like going about a half Jeep over from where he's at, so he's going to be spinning tires a little bit. I'm really impressed with this group though. I gotta honestly say, I have never gotten this far into a trail and obstacles and not had to spot really a one person. Everybody here is just driving, so really we're just a tour guide at this point, which is amazing. Loving it. More. Attaboy. So that run up Arrowhead Canyon, we really didn't have to help too much, just telling people about using the momentum and getting them more passenger. But everybody did great. This next spot's one that's also another kind of throttle control one. If you go too far driver on a longer wheelbase, it gets challenging, but it's a fun little waterfall setup here. Back up, going passenger. Nope, you're going driver. That's fine. Straighten them out, go forward with pace. As soon as the back climbs, hook it driver. Passenger. Nah, straighten it out, come passenger. Roll through that. Roll through that harder, 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 harder. Hey, stop. More, more. There you go. Good control, driver. Perfect. Good job. All right, we're pulling up to the waterfall, which is a little bit more spicy, more caliente. So, take some commitment. Yeah. Just a little roll through, stay in driver, and you're good. So I'm gonna get up there while Nick's getting it figured out and record a little bit of this in case any of the people on the trail with us find it. It's always fun to see yourself on somebody's YouTube video. Found myself on one of Holly's the other day. Hello. Turn passenger. Oh. All we can do is ride here close. It'll keep you away from this. You just need to go faster like you did the one down there. All right. Just to grab here, you're good. One more driver. One driver. Okay, stop right there. Now I need you to just give it a good one. Nope. We're good. It's just a burst because you hit at the same time both wheels. Nick's doing a great job spotting them. Each vehicle's different. That XJ struggled. That thing just killed it. You have it. There you go. So this is a spot where we usually don't get out and spot, but it's definitely pretty technical. There's a hill right behind me that maybe I'll catch, where tire placements is just like everything of getting through here without feeling so off kilter. And again, I cheat. I use my front camera here so I can see what's going on a lot better, which is why the hill right behind me, I was about to drop into the steepest part, and I decided I didn't want to do that, so I backed up. So I know a lot of people don't run front cameras. I do. I recommend them. Why not have it there to help you, especially when you're going over anything steep? It could really make it pretty interesting to have to constantly hop out and look down, whereas in this situation my front camera pretty much tells me what's out in front of me. See if these guys want a spot. Looks like they might want a little help. You're okay right now. I want you to turn a little bit driver slowly. Driver slowly. Nice and slow on the driver. Okay, you're all right. I know it feels gnarly. I want you to completely let go of the brake. I know it doesn't. There you go.
Now you're all four on the ground.
You're good. There we go, and you're down. Little driver right there. Good job. passenger. Nice and slow right here. Clear. Just say hard passenger. Little driver, right there. Okay, little passenger, right there. Hold that line. Come a little driver.
Thank you.
We are almost out of here. We got this last little section to get up, and then we're kind of just rolling out into it. It just stubs out in the middle of the desert, like I said before, but pretty close to Fence Line Road. So there's this cool little two-pool thing here, and then you go up some dirt, and a little more dirt, but we're about done with this thing. Everybody's done such an incredible job. All these groups are trail sponsors. They had, I think, like 6 or something Jeeps with them. They were perfect, self-proficient. They helped out. It was awesome. Really awesome trail so far. Let's go ahead and finish it up. Let's go give him a hand. Oh, is he through? That guy gets him out of some pickles, man. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's see. He did it. He got himself out. I didn't have to help. I'm going to buckle back up. That way. Nice. So that's the end of the trail that we have. I'll show you around where it dumps out, but it was amazing. I had a great time on the trail, but before we end this video, there's a little bit more we have left. We have to get everybody down the mountain and get them off the trail. The sand's a little tougher to get them out of because not everybody goes the same route, and we start to move with a little bit of pace because in the sand you're going to get stuck. So let's get everybody together. Let's get everybody out of here. Thank you for following me along if you made it this far. Love to see you guys out on the trails. If you see me, say hi. If I'm available to go run some stuff and you guys are running something cool, shoot me an invite. I'd love to see if I can tag along while I'm out. All right, you guys have a good one. And straight ahead, right there, is the Fallen. There's the Banana and his dog's running over there. Old Matt's off-road. Heading down on the sand right now. There's old Matty. He ain't dragging nobody, so that's a good sign. Look at that, the whole match crew's out here. I wonder if they're filming something. Huh.